I had two coming straight at me on 7th Street. Now this is not an expert level facility. Say anything, I mean, it's like, yeah, dude. I know. Dude rides down the street. Here's the street. Nothing happens. Dude stops at stoplight.
Car's turn. Car drivers realize that slow drivers are on the right hand lane. Move to the left.
Well, if it were rocket science or brain surgery, they'd force you to pass your boards before you could drive. Need two-rider, two-camera thing. Sync it up front and aft.
I always like YouTube.
I know several of the people who do it. I'll ask them what software it is. I have a feeling it's Final Cut Pro or something like that. Well, they tried hard to lose it 2 weeks in a row. I would like to send off a audio. Now this truck's real big. I'd like to, let's both get in the bike lane and see just how close he passes.
You want to lead it?
No, because I need a photo of you and him next to each other. Ride that line like you should. this. Oh, see, this person doesn't like the space. Look at this person. I know, they're probably shocked. Now we got another person behind us who's afraid to pass. They've been hanging out back there for, I don't know, a block or two. Gary, I don't think you're getting your 3 feet. Let's see if we can get one more. Oh, this guy's crossed over. He actually crossed the line in order to clear the space. Okay. Take a right turn.
Go back. Take the lane back.
Mine. All right, are we gonna turn around and do it the other direction?
Yeah. You can just go around the block here.
Oh, I want to get the whole thing if we can.
Okay, all right. Just a sign that says bike lane.
Oh, did you mean go around the block to the left? Okay.
We'll take a U-turn here.
Yeah, let's do a U-E. Clear? Clear for me, anyway.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to get the best shot. What I'd like to do is get us in behind a wide vehicle so we can show the perspective. You think we should get the bike lane and then when something passes, get out of it? I never ride when I ride down this street. Well, I'd like to show you the perspective of you in traffic and how much space the car actually takes up.
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay,
Find out that.
and if you ride in the bike lane, you can pass too close. Now when you ride out of the bike lane, you can see why it was too narrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over. And we got 3 cars, well, 1 car right behind us. So if we pop back out behind them, we can get our perspective. Here's a question for you. Two abreast on this street. Yeah, legal or not legal? Legal is 2 abreast, right? So the presence of the bike lane even
My next sentence to you is don't make me ride this lane street again.
well, right. I've got a giant box.
Here's the Tulsa bus. Bike lane to discharge passengers. A bit like the situation that happened to me a week ago. My buddy Paul Kobe comes by and says, "You know the Wednesday night ride still?" Runs on that little road. That's downhill. So get ready on this little road. So I came out.
That's a good question. Further away behind the cars that were curved up onto the IDL so that they could board the broken expressway. Right.
And he didn't ask me about that.
Oh, we got another sidewalk cyclist. Let's go for a half mile or mile of you in front taking the lane. find it difficult to go on freewheel anymore.
I'll be surprised if we
On your right.
unless the route's really good, I doubt
Well, everybody rides the white line, and I got harassed multiple times this last year for not doing it. If the ride doesn't back me up, I won't go again. This is not a 14 lane. Well, rule of thumb, 2 foot from the curb is the gutter. Now they're technically not supposed to pave over it like that. That's I don't know if it's actually illegal or if it's just against code or how that works. If it's against code, it would be illegal. So if you count the traversal width of 2 feet, this is really only an 11-foot lane.
pretty much a good guy.
And that's the exact spot I like right there. If you're riding 2 abreast, if you're outside, well, you're the inside person. Right. You're outside person to the gutter.
Training
Traffic calming and pedestrian crossing. Not to the Oakland. You know what they should have done on that little stretch? Would have been safer. Have a center crossing stop. That way people could get halfway across and stop if necessary. Yes. What?
About 2 minutes faster. We'll get the course. I'll be back here if I drive this.
one of them hadn't been touched in 40 years, except for the occasional pothole.
Yeah.
And it was a mess, because they just come along and dump that chip and seal on it.
Dump it down, pat it down, drive the truck over, drive away.
Yep.
The Philly Stings is right there.
Okay.
Barbara, yeah, before we go in and force ourselves on in and we'll talk to Luke. We told him that they can Barbara made an awesome hearing with gluten-free. And this is how expensive. They can price in one of those places.
They get you worse than that at Cherry Street Coffee Shop.
Close to bringing my iPad and showing me her catching the fish. I mean, I'm not just colorblind on this. Sometimes when she leaves, I go, you're just showing off. You didn't have to turn around and catch it over your shoulder.
You know, that's probably what I should have done with Hans and Franz, is teach them Frisbee. They are so hyper. And they love to jump.
What happened? But I wanted her to go to the fish. And so I had this ball throwing this ball throwing stick out. And the Frisbee. That's what I wanted to do. You know, gesturing me to
fix it.
Hey, you
Fix
get
it, Dad.
The ball. Get the ball. So it's kind of like teaching. You got to be smarter than the students. The final dawned on me one day. Don't take the ball out. And we take the ball out. See the Frisbee up 3 times. And he goes. Yes, I'm going to have to go get this. Hang on.
So we're going to go take a look where Route 66 goes. Oh yeah, that. Actually seen any other bicyclists on the street today. Sunday riders. But when I I was about 2, we lived in a brownstone back on the east side of downtown. Back before they tore it down to make the IDL. Yeah. No doubt.
Then they wondered, well,
do they have a...
Why has retail trade hanging in downtown? Well, it's all the housing out. And we put in a 6-lane wall completely around the...
They used to call those curtain walls, and they protected castles from invaders.
And?
You replaced perfectly good 6-story housing with overpasses for indigents.
Yeah, it was probably one of these here, or maybe just back there. This young couple.
My dad's... Well, that's recompense. Although my dad's mom lost one at 6 months. I mean, she gave birth. We turning left?
From sitting there. It's really strange because that's just do that. He works fraud security at we just go across the bridge.
Oh, is that what you want to do?
Yeah, let's just go down.
What's that?
I lost track of it behind me.
When you said go across the bridge, I initially thought you meant this one. And then when you slowed down, I thought you meant another one. So now this is where they want to put in... So we have a multi-user path over there. We have a signed on-street bike route here. We have 4 lanes of concrete and asphalt right there that's not being used for anything. And they want to put one up there, up on top. Which is what you have right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm do is I'll do that right here.
I mean, not that I would ever use it.
Well, pedestrians, you know, they could put something here, decide if we use it.
I suppose. Because we all know that the peds and the bikes need access to the train yards. Not that we can't go down here and access the train yards. this is an extremely rideable 4- and 5-lane road for about
bike route, right?
Yes, for about what? 3 more miles. And the idea of turning this into a 3-lane with bike lanes is absolutely nauseating to me. I find it interesting that the bike walk people, if there's a bicyclist or a pedestrian that gets killed, and it happens like what, once or twice a year that they call attention to it? And they claim it's the end of the world, which is a horrible thing.
Horrible.
And it makes me mad.
Especially horrible if playing the
But they act like adding the bike lane will prevent this. I find that aggravating. I got yelled at for bringing that up at the time. The alternative is to give up on rational discourse. I mean, you quit.
Slow down a little bit. Kind of think about the situation. If I can have a moment to talk with her, how do we address this 3-lane? Because I got mad.
Well, and if it's, I mean, I look at what they did at that ultra-wide portion of 11th Street right down near the highway. So what you got now is, in heavy traffic situations, a bunch of people funneling into a narrow space where they had plenty of space before, so you have congestion. You still have no traffic controls to stop this busy traffic from entering that area, and you got people who think they can make it because it's now a narrower space to cross. They could have put traffic control, and they could have put something in the center so people know they've made it halfway, they can stop. You could still have your 4 lanes. Effectively how I've seen people use these, although I don't think I've ever actually seen a conflict, but there's not really a safe pedestrian place. It's not like you can't make one.
Could go all the way to Holland.
It's right at the...
I can make it.
You have to turn harder to make it squeal more. So this is why I want footage from behind. Even though he had to slow down and was aggravated, it's not like we got ran over.
I've heard the coverage. It's really hard to beat these bastards. They're bastards.
Which ones?
All of them.
Oh, well. Yeah, I mean that... That's what
I
my...
find the mid-long that 3-lane came up on that notes, the initial notes.
I think we ought to ask him to walk it. No input from those who have not biked or walked this road. Cycling savvy is they identify primary and secondary position. That's primary position. This is secondary position. Now, secondary position is about as far right as you want to be. And if this lane were wide enough, secondary position would allow for passing. Pardon? Well, it would need to be about 5 feet wider. No, it's a mess. That's why I wanted you to ride 11th Street and the other side with me. That little, starting from Memorial, they finally 3-laned each side. So no more wide outside lane. And it works, for me it works exactly like it did before. Motorists, they maintain their distance in the middle lane. Yeah. Well, it's too narrow, and if I were, I measure 4 feet from the curb. Minimum distance. It's a 9-foot lane. My minimum distance gets me in the middle of it. We finally found the ones that are in the road. And you were never that fond of cocks anyway.
Well,
Seems like you got the me a free upgrade to HD, which I took because it gave me a new receiver recorder. Worth about $200. I pay $0. I can go for that. And reinstall. I can go for that too. Okay. Actually figure it was worth points.
She lost a third.
Right.
She's going to go straight. Well,
so you get a demerit for refusal.
they have something called but the table was squat four-legged table. Take levels off of the floor.
Yeah, you've given me an idea. I've got one that's a jumper, and maybe if I just played frisbee with him, he'd put all that jumping to good use. She's perfect where she is.
Speaking